Good morning on this first Monday of 2021. It is good to be back, and I have decided to change up the style of my weekly videos. Instead of doing devotional type of speaking at you, I want to engage you in this process. I want you to ask questions, to share suggestions or ideas that you would like me to address during these videos. So as we start today, I want to touch on a text from this past weekend where we started off the year from John chapter 1. And in John chapter 1, we hear, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." And when we go down to verse 10, it says, "He was in the world, and the world came into being through him, yet the world did not know him." And I've had people ask in the past, how could Jesus be walking the earth and doing all of these miracles and people still didn't believe? And I thought, you know what? That sounds like a good question to bring up here to start the year. So we have this Jesus walking around on earth, conducting miracles, teaching wisdom that people are noticing and saying, you know, who is he, born of, Mary and Joseph, these lowly people from this little town? Who is he to preach wisdom, to teach wisdom that sounds almost more insightful than the priests and the Pharisees? And it was a good question because, of course, the people of Jesus' day didn't have the same access to information as you and I do post-resurrection, right? They didn't know what was going to be happening yet at the end of Jesus' life and his death and his resurrection. So they're seeing this guy walking around on earth doing these miracles and teaching in wisdom, and they're wondering, who is this guy? And would it really be any different for you and me if we read in the local paper or on Facebook about this guy who is walking through town with some followers, and he conducted a miracle, and the followers claim that he is the Son of God? Would we believe it? Even if we see the miracles, I tend to think that we'd be pretty critical. What kind of magic is being done here? How did he do that? That can't be true, right? And quite honestly, I believe that the Pharisees and the priests, the scribes, all of those in the religious realm of ancient Israel, that when they were thinking about the basis of their faith, and that this God who is so holy that you can't even say his name out loud, if this God is so holy, then when the Messiah returns, it's got to be some grand heavenly event beyond our imaginations. Wouldn't you think? How would it be possible that a divine being would walk the earth as just a normal laborer kind of guy, walking around and producing miracles and teaching in wisdom, but he's not in a place of power. He's not on earth. He's not influential within the government or within the church. He's just kind of a regular guy who's spending his time not overthrowing the Roman Empire, but having lunch and meeting with the poor and the rejects of the community. The people have diseases. the people who others look down at. This is the Son of God? I think when we look at it through that lens, it is a little more understandable as to why people question whether this really was the Son of God. And what was it that made these disciples believe so committedly that they would give up their own lives in ministry after Jesus ascended into heaven, believing that he was the Son of God? So it's a good question to ponder. And if you have other ideas or thoughts or suggestions of ideas that you would like me to talk about, please leave them in the comments below for me to be able to look at and to bring up in future videos. I hope you have a great day, a great start to the week, and I'm looking forward to having more conversation with you rather than at you. God bless you. Goodbye.